Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody out there doing today? It's boy Coach Lee. Man, we doing a remote today, so we're going to fight through this, but we're still going to bring that same smoke for you, man. But welcome to the Play Call Sheet, the off-season edition. Tonight we're looking at the AFC North and some news for today. So before we get it started, let's get the crew up in here, man. First, we got to get in the man from the Northeast, fellow Cowboy fan, Meta White.
It's the Rock. It's the Rock in the building. What's going on with you, man? Hope everybody's getting to it. Hope your week has started as good as mine. Mine's unfortunately has not started good. Phone's croaked, so I can't share nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's an absolute sad day, man. I have to buy a new phone tomorrow, man. Tomorrow. So in all D, man, I'm missing it all, man. Missing all this the excited sports news and football as well, man. That's what we're gonna get to tonight. So if you ain't never wrote a freestyle and remembered it, remember this tonight. But before we continue, man, gotta bring my guy in. I know he got it all situated, unlike myself, Coach. My guy Will in the building. Shout out to my man from the Northeast.
Y'all know what time it is, man.
From the Northeast.
Time for the play call sheet, man. It's been a hot stove, man. It's crazy. Players going everywhere. A lot of people making some power moves in the NFL.
Busy day, Bobby. Shout out to you.
Yeah, real busy day.
Right.
It's one of the busiest days in the NFL. Yeah.
Jonathan, this is for you. The AFC North. You know, Steelers back on the map. We'll see, man. Hopefully they do something for you. You know, but in all, man, respect to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And who that? Yeah.
Steelers back on the map. They made one signing. Exactly one signing.
Who that? You know, fellow Saint guy. Dale. Shout out to you, man.
Unk in the building. I see
you. Shout out to you. What's going on, Mr. Unk in the building? Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. But fellas, man, seems like, you know, NFL's been on fire today. You know, started the negotiation periods. you know, people are trying to, you know, finally get that squeeze of who they're gonna grasp or who's already been grabbed. Very exciting show tonight, you know, to go through some of those things. As well as the AFC North, man, in our off-season play call sheet, you know, as we wind to the draft.
You know how we do. It's gonna be a fun show. So who we got here today? We got Jonathan, we got Dale, we got All right. We got Bobby up in here. I see Bobby. Bobby was first up in here.
Salute to everybody.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing today, fellas?
Man, I'm making it, man. I'm in the sticks, but I'm here.
Yeah. Enjoying vacation. Still working. That's how we do it. Still working on vacation.
The show don't stop.
My Celtics over here struggling with the Rockets. So it's one of those days.
Did Jamie put some money on them?
Probably.
I'm very upset right now during this difficult time. My phone being broken. I can't appreciate what is, you know, sports betting in Massachusetts. I did have a good Friday though, and I guess that's what the Lord said. The Lord said, "We're gonna make you pay for a phone, sir."
The Lord give it and He take it away, huh?
He took it away. I had good wins Friday, and then I wake up Saturday and my phone's pearly white.
He said, "You a little quick. You a little too quick with it, young man." He said, "Not today."
So there you go, Bookie, man. You got me, man.
Everybody's bookie, right?
Well, let's get into it, fellas, man. Hey, man, I want to hear some.
All right, so
I want to hear some fire comments. Let's get it in.
We're gonna start with some of the news of the day. First off, the Ramsey trade. So, how are we feeling about this deal, fellas?
Man, part of me, the fan side of me, I know we was rumored to be tied to him, perhaps. But then the realistic side of me, also probably also the fan side of me. Also, I know Jerry went for we're going to do nothing with it. I think he went for a third round pick. I think.
Yeah, it's looking like Miami will send LA a 2023 third round pick and tight end Hunter Long. Ramsey's new adjusted salary will come in at $36.9 million, fully guaranteed over the next 2 years.
So it's about. What's that, about 15 and a half a piece?
Yeah, roughly around, yeah.
Or was it 18?
Yeah, 16, 17.
17? 17?
No, yeah, 18, 5, yeah, 18, 5.
18, 5, okay. Not too bad for, considering, was it 3-time All-Pro, I think, 4-time All-Pro?
Yeah, had a rough year and a half or so. He still got something in the tank. I think he's going to a good system where they're not gonna make him play a lot of no more island stuff for him. He's past that point of his career. But let him zone up on the other side of another good corner.
Right.
On a solid defense. So that team's looking to outscore teams anyways, but now they got some defense to help with that mission.
Yeah, that's definitely great acquisition for the Dolphins. Whenever you can go get a guy like that. He's on the grasp of prime going into, a real veteran career. So it's going to be exciting to see what he has left in terms of dominance. Now he's going to have to be somewhat dominant on our side. They brought him in for a reason. Miami's defense, I believe, was the bottom of the bottom, in defense around the corners and safety. So it's definitely a great for them. The question is, for the Rams, who dealt this over. We talked about it numerous of times how they were going to have to smarten up and try to, open up some money and some collateral and try to get some picks back, for the travesty that brought them a championship, but also, leaves them flatline somewhat. So this is the start of the picking. Starts with Ramsey, goes down, and see what other moves the Rams make before the season actually starts. They still have a lot of things they have to do.
Right.
Yeah, they got a bunch of cap to clear and stuff, so that team's not looking like it's going to be too good this upcoming year. And remember, all the picks that they've traded over the years, they're not even going to be bad for themselves. They're going to be bad for somebody else.
Yeah, they just dumping salary cap at this point.
Yeah.
It's so they sold for the Super Bowl ring.
They got it, so I guess, I mean.
Yeah. But on the flip side of that, Philly did the same similar thing, and they're starting to lose people left and right too.
It's a common occurrence. If you go all in, you are going to suffer some losses on the back end, and they lost 3 of their starters today. The Eagles did, I believe.
Let me ask y'all a 2-part question.
Go for it.
As a fan, would you want your team to go all in for it, like these 2 teams we just mentioned?
Obviously, as I adjust my greatness fitted beanie here, we don't typically have to do that. So,
look at him popping his collar.
You know, we're not. I mean, look, if we didn't enjoy some of the success that we've had over the years, it's possible that it really depends on how long you're gonna really take us for. How long are we gonna be bad for? Is it gonna be
30 years?
Yeah. If it's a 3-4 year thing, cool. I mean, but some of these teams put themselves in holes for decades, and I don't know if that's the move.
It's kind of a slippery slope, man. But the way that the trend of the sports is going nowadays, some people are gonna take that risk and go all in. But to what you guys said, it could be the demise. How many years, do you sacrifice being middle of the pack or not good?
Right.
And the reality of it. I mean, you don't want to go too far in the hole, but then, you hopefully got the right GMs and the right people upstairs to kind of move that where it doesn't take that long to redevelop. Football is a tricky game. Sports is a tricky game. So it's kind of a slippery slope as well, because some teams are like, man, we're gonna take it. And football, and you say it don't always work. When you go all into football, you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? We know it's an all out team sport.
To equate that to one of my teams, the Celtics, everybody always talks about how nobody milks one championship like that 08 Celtics team. That was similar in that we did go all in. But we got a good 3 to 5 year run out of that, even though we only got the one ship out of it. We got a good 3 to 5 year run. And because Danny had the experience of when he was a player, thinking, he always said they broke the Bird team up too late. He said, our group of Bird and them, he said, they broke us up too late. And it took rebuilding for that reason. So he broke that group up, sold it for a package, and we're watching it to this day. We're watching the fruits of that labor because we got Jalen Brown and we got Jason Tatum because of that. So it depends on how you do it. But yeah, the Rams I think the Eagles situation isn't as bad as the Rams. Because the Rams were all in, and I think they still had a chance to win it. And then they just kept throwing more guys on and throwing more picks out the window. And so now they're in a real spot. Whereas the Eagles are in that spot, but they have picks, though.
They do. That you're exactly right.
So
people lose, they can get, they got the high draft picks. They can turn them into potential starters for people that they're losing.
Right. What I see the way the Rams going, I don't see them being good for the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be a while till they dig that out. But the Eagles, they could have a down year this next coming year because maybe they're trying to fix that defense, but then I think they'll be right back. So
I'll be all in for a chip, Bobby. I'll go all in too, man. Definitely. Some teams don't have the guts to do that, but it's at the end of the day, you can't say that they're not smart for not doing it. They don't. It's the way the game goes, man.
So what else we got?
Yeah, the Eagles have the top 10 pick. Yes, they do.
So real quick, because obviously, as we put all this together, we've had quite a bit of stuff going on. Got Jimmy G going to the Raiders. You got Hargrave going to the Niners. You got Bates, who we talked about last week, going to the Falcons.
Chose a big old
Patrick Peterson going to the Steelers.
Yeah, that's their one move they made, but they also lost Sutton, so it's like they lost a younger guy, replaced him with an older guy who's a little over the hill. I don't see that as too big of a move for the Steelers, but
just only in terms of the veteran leadership. But yeah, like you said, I mean, kind of on the crisp of a awesome career. Shout out to the move for the Steelers, man. Jimmy G, we know why. He's a Raider. We know why he is a Raider, but it didn't take that long, you know what I'm saying, for him to get in a situation of like, last year when it was just a bunch of crazy stuff. But he's on the trail of, gonna be a starter. And I know the Raiders are gonna have somebody right behind him. But in all, man, Jimmy G's just living the life of a backup guy, man. You get your opportunities. Let's see how he does in this opportunity here, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what McDaniels Christmas up in Vegas for. Yeah, Jesse gone, man. Signing with the Falcons, helping T come to get a contract, no doubt. Let's see if it helps T. I don't think it has anything with T, but at the same time, when a guy wants money like that and high demand, you let him go, man. You deal around and you try to build over it. But good signing. Falcons have money. They addressed it, I guess, what they wanted and they needed, and they got it.
Yeah, Jesse got him a nice little bag, so he clearly we see what he was chasing. Apparently, the Super Bowl
wasn't winning.
Yeah, apparently the Super Bowl was nice, but he was like, "Yeah, give me mine." Like, back the truck up. So,
got to strike while the iron's hot, man. But this next one, I was surprised because I thought this dude would already had called it and everything.
I would have sworn if you asked me to bet, I would have sworn the paperwork was already signed.
But Adrian Peterson will announce his decision on NFL future retirement in the coming weeks.
Yeah, thanks. Moving on. What are we doing?
Yeah, that it kind of come up. So who do you play for last? Was it Washington he played for last?
Was it that or Detroit? Yeah, one of them, yeah.
Was it the Titans?
Oh, no. It was
Was it the Titans?
It was the Titans and the Seahawks.
Titans and the Seahawks.
3 games with the Titans and 1 game with the Seahawks.
Titans sitting was clearly in backup role to supplement any injuries for Henry. And who was the other team again? Seahawks. I mean, they got their studs. So
he's the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's in the same situation. Why they signed him. For his career being, shout out to him, man. What a hell of a career, man. To announce his retirement. I mean, we all know, AP ain't the AP of old. He's not retired. No, he has not. He had never because he's getting jobs. Like when people think he can't get a job, somebody signs him. So I mean, it's about that time in his blessing and his grace that he gets retired. On his own 2 feet. That knockout, that Le'Veon Bell pin on you didn't help him much. You know what I'm saying? Where's Le'Veon's contract at? But at the same time, man, overall great career from AP, man. Can't overlook it. And at the end of the day, man, have a blessed retirement because I don't think nobody in the league. I can't say that.
How are we gonna view him now that it's basically done? I think this might sound crazy, but I still think for what he had, I think he underachieved. Despite
really,
I do. Because I think physically he was one of the most gifted, imposing backs we've ever seen. Now, I will say I don't know that he always had the complete offense around him. He is a freak of nature. Tore his ACL and came back basically the same. Yeah, came back just the same. Super impressive career. But I just think there was immense talent. I'm talking about one of the fastest running backs we've ever seen. And of all the speed backs that we've ever seen, maybe the most power behind it.
Yeah.
And he's shifty too. And then I think he could have did more in the passing game. I think that was just about error. And he had a fumble problem. Like he definitely would put the ball on the floor, despite a lot of it was him overworking. But yeah, I just think it's interesting. Wow, Jameis going back to.
They want another sip of that Kool-Aid.
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, if they keeping him, hey, that's what it is. I feel as the way his career has been, I feel like one thing that has happened in New Orleans for him is he's been able to stay out of trouble. And despite all that, we can talk about James' career on the football field because that's what it's really about. But he's had a story off the field as well. And the fact that he's in New Orleans, listening, paying attention. I mean, though it may be too late in the career, but he still has a job. It's a blessing. So take that contract, and that's what it is, man. But we over here, we talking about AP's career, man. 2 ACL injuries came back. Now, one thing about AP, man, you know what AP reminds me of? Somebody we ain't never seen. We probably seen a video of it, and we all watched the movie. Boys in the Hood. Ricky.
Oh,
Ricky. This is who Ricky was supposed to be. Ricky's supposed to be AP. You know what I'm saying? The way he moved, and that the AP's a freaking nature, man. You come back from injuries in a riddled running back league where we know the years average for a running back. And for him to be able to bounce back, be able to still do it, still get signed, still have the opportunity to play, well, a lot of these running backs, probably wouldn't have got the chances, opportunities he's gotten.
I was a huge Adrian Peterson fan, and despite what we know about him now, I was also a huge Percy Harvin fan because of the Gators, and I had high hopes for that when Brett Favre went there. I thought they should have got more out of that. I think that's the bounty game, right? That's when they put the hit out on Brett.
Yep.
So that team, I wish we'd look at him a little differently if that team won a ship, honestly. But do I think AP's a Hall of Famer? Oh, of course.
First ballot?
No, it's gonna be difficult because as talented as he was, there's only a few first ballot running backs throughout the league, and they're already there. So
no, I'm be real with you. Keep it real with you. Keep it funky. And the story we all know is he wouldn't be a first ballot. I feel.
Well,
I feel like his. I mean, but at the same time, the NFL still had him perform, and he was still, blessed with contracts and be able to play in the league. But yeah, that's the only thing I think in my mind is stopping him. But like for his era and his generation, tops to tops. I mean, he won't get first ballot. I feel like because of the situations off the field. But shout out to AP, man. He definitely will get a jacket, and up to it, he'll be chalks and jitter. But he's gonna put himself in the pool, man. In 4 years? Be eligible?
5 years after he officially announces his retirement.
Which we could have been seeing a lot sooner if he had just did what we all thought he was already doing. Which
he's looking for that Hall of Fame autograph money.
And he filed those papers a couple of years ago.
I'm going to say he might be a first ballot. Only reason I'm saying that is because he's the only back to have scored a touchdown for 6 different teams. He won an MVP, which you don't have too many running backs that normally do that.
Is that a good thing, though?
What's that, the MVP? Oh,
no, it's scored for 6 different teams.
That means he's been around. 6 out of 17.
Nah. Dion caught an interception with that many teams. For different reasons. And we're not putting him on the pedestal. We're not putting him on the pedestal because they ain't prime time. But at the same time, we can't do dog that. That's like, we know all these guys that play for multiple teams, but what did they bring to the team? AP did what he was supposed to do in those stints.
But like 4 of those teams, he came in and scored like a backup touchdown.
Hold on. Guy had like 150 touches for like 400 yards.
All right, so touchdown for 16. What was the other MVP?
MVP, he was the offensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, 4-time first team All-Pro, 3-time second team All-Pro, 7 Pro Bowls, 3-time NFL rushing leader, 2 times NFL rushing touchdowns leader, the 2010s All-Decade team. He made the All-Rookie team, and he also averaged 4.6 yards a carry.
Huh.
Now, considering how he was towards the end, still to be at 4.6, that means he was probably closer to 4.9.
Yeah, he was toting the rock. All right, yeah, you might have convinced me. I can see first ballot.
No, I'll never knock him down. Never, man. Emmett and AZ would never. You don't even want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Emmett sold his soul, man. But, you know what I'm saying? She retired the Cowboys, but I mean that's me. But yeah, man, AP, man, I can't believe like any team he played for, man. AP, the man, when yeah, man, great era.
AP, Yeah, he's a legend. He's gonna go down as one of the top.
He cost me a fantasy championship one year. I mean, it was the Vikings' fault for benching him. He was 1 yard shy of winning me a fantasy championship.
Yeah, he did that to me too against the Saints. I needed like 6 points, and he got 55 yards. Which is 5 points, and not enough. But enough about our fantasy woes.
Next up, we got this guy here. He's finally healthy. He had a workout this weekend. Several teams attended his workout, and we talking one OBJ. And then I did see today he's looking at a contract around $20 million a year.
That's
anybody buying that?
Not a soul. He gonna have a sign that says "We'll work for food soon" if he keeps asking for those numbers. Because nobody's paying a $20 million a year. That's crazy.
20. How much does OBJ love the game?
We're gonna find out right now.
We're gonna find out right now exactly. He's out here trying to work teams, see all this and that, and he seems to be in the last few years trying to acclimate himself. Felt like the end of last year with the story and whatever happened, and he wasn't healthy right. Boom, he has to prove to the critics. I said that. You're going to have to prove to the critics now that you're worth a deal. $20 million. Now, I won't say that you're worth that. I won't say that you're worth $6 million. But you're going to have to act like you would get paid for $6 million and play right now. You feel my drift? Because the NFL is giving out a lot of money, and it's coming new revenue. And the farther you go back, you don't get that good revenue. Everybody should know that. And I just think that that's always going to be a squeeze on the trigger and the door, because I guess that's what OBJ and his team wants. But at the same time, man, go out there, perform, man, and just get a contract. Just want to be on the field.
The one thing he has in his favor is, while the draft is somewhat deep in overall talent at wideout, there's not a lot of crazy heavy hitters in the draft. And the free agent market for wide receiver isn't crazy either. But that being said, $20 million is not happening. It's not happening. So
Texans,
that's how negotiations work. You ask for this, can you get this? I mean,
right.
So I could see somebody could definitely be desperate enough to give him 10 a year. I can see that.
Somebody that's not going to go get anybody, you know what I'm saying, via draft or free agency, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, hey, shout out to my man Quick, man. $7 million, $6 million. But you still got to remember, there still was teams that wanted him last year. So I'll rate all that first.
See,
before
that part I think was nonsense. I don't think it's on you. I think that's on the media, and I think that's on OBJ being a good marketer. Because from what I heard is that not only did nobody really want him last year, like other than maybe the Cowboys, not only did nobody really want him, the Rams said had they known, even in the year that they won the bowl, if they had saw how his knee really was constructed, they wouldn't even have signed him.
Yeah.
They said his knee was paper mache. They're surprised he played the way he did. And then his knee basically exploded in the bowl. In the Super Bowl, which is at the end of the year. And for him to have come back at any point last year would have meant coming back early again on that same knee. I think anybody who had the scouting report or the doctor's note on him, they wanted no parts. I think Jerry Jones was talking about it because Jerry Jones loves his toys. But I don't think anybody outside. Maybe Jerry was trying to make somebody like the Eagles go sign him or waste some money on him. I think he was trying to.
Maybe Jerry was trying to help him try to get $1. But now since you can't get that, you know, hey, right. you can still settle in Jerry put for $3 million.
Well, his choice now is going to be get somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Cowboys are bust. I already know the Cowboys are always looking at him as Cowboys, or you may not have a job, OBJ. So I don't know. OBJ might be coming soon.
Well, again, I think he can get some teams. He'll get like a list of teams that'll give him 10. I think 3 or 4 teams will give him $10 million a year, but those teams aren't going to be contended. Then there's going to be a list of teams who will give him 5 or under for the year, and I think those teams maybe he can contend, right? Like I think the Giants will give him that. The Giants have nobody at wideout right now.
Did Kenny get cut? No, you can't.
He did get cut. The Giants
Yeah.
released him.
They literally they have Slayton. I think that's it. They have Slayton, and then
Shepard got a 1-year deal back. Return team.
Yeah, but he got to heal from an ACL himself. So
right.
So they I mean they're obviously gonna have to draft somebody at wideout, but also they're not gonna do it through the draft only.
Kenny never should have left Detroit.
I say that.
Ron needs help, but he also got the rookie coming through who didn't play much last year, but is going to get a full offseason this year in Jamal Williams. So
I'm saying in that, no, even if I feel like the Lions, I just feel like he
Jameson Williams.
He won that cash, man. He won that money, but I feel like in the same way. Man, I feel like he could stay the line, been good. Even if they felt like he was getting older and wanted to trade him, the Lions could have had some equity for him. But I mean, the career, he ended up going to New York. He got paid, and it's been horse shit ever since. Horse shit. He's scheduled to make $18 million.
So we talking about trending pays for wide receivers and stuff like that. Something is kind of going on right now, and I think in the show notes I put MVP, but I was looking at it from the most valuable position, versus the player. So there seemed to be a resurgence in the ground game in NFL. For the first time since '87, I believe the team averaged 121 yards per game rushing. It's an 11-year high. So do y'all see that position coming back with the emphasis on the run game, or are we long past that 3-down back, teams, what they call it, 4 yards in the cloud of dust or something like that? I think they call it.
It's ebbs and flows. I think it goes back and forth. Like eventually the league tilts so far in one direction that you come back going the other way. A few teams go out and get the one back who can do it all. And, I think the only thing really changing it around is like everybody's trying to make a case for Bijan. Like Bijan Robinson is going to be a first-round pick as a running back this year. And that's like the new forbidden thing. Like for my anime fans, that's the forbidden jutsu. Like you don't draft running backs in the first round anymore. But I don't know. Is the question, are we going to go back to everybody having a single back, or
right?
No, I think in such a passing league, we're still going to do the committee. It's just
the committee.
You get beat up too much, man. You get beat up too much.
The committee thing's moving up. I feel like maybe not the 3-back system, but in ways teams do use running backs, and like you said, it's going to go up. Because some teams got 2 valuable guys that can put in work each. Right. So you see a guy, saying 100 yards rushing is not really the norm no more. It's total yards now. It's been in that flay in the game. So if a guy has 150 total yards, you're like, okay. People are not really looking at the rushing yards anymore. People look at the receiving yards a little bit more. So it's kind of like slow. Like, depending on the floor of the game, maybe, the running game moves up. But I feel like it will go up in terms of numbers and all that, which would make it more exciting, because you see guys, hold the one running back system and, careers are shortened. Maybe it lifts the careers of certain running backs, even if they get moved or traded. Still got some juice left to do some things. And that's okay.
Well, let me throw this caveat to y'all. So it's always been, in the last few years, running back by committee. Now you got the element, you got these signal callers that can tote the rock as well.
Mm-hmm. So
this past year, they had 5 mobile quarterbacks who were in their 20s. You got Fields, Jackson, Allen, Hurts, and Jones. They each ran for more than 700 yards apiece last season. And they amassed more yards per carry than the league average of 4.5. Do you think that may be the new formula? Obviously the 3-down back, but a mobile quarterback, which some people say you can never win with, in addition to a bruiser or a speed back or something like that?
It'll be that it'll be that right up until they start showing us why you can't win like that because guys are hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, look, Cam Newton had an MVP season and a nice little career going there, and then injuries started piling up, and it's a small shelf life. So you get the right guy. Now, see, that being said, Richardson may come in and reinvent how we're doing things. Because Richardson is one of one athletically. We've seen Cam's close, probably the closest is Cam, but Cam wasn't as fast as Richardson. I think Richardson got a better arm too. So, yeah, it really depends. You're going to keep seeing team's best athlete at quarterback. That's how college has always been that, honestly. College, a lot of times you get your best athlete at quarterback. They don't always translate. Now they're starting to translate because the league is catching up to that style of offense. So,
yeah, I agree with you, man. It depends on who you are. I mean, there's gonna be guys that are
hot take.
rated high, on draft boards that are gonna be able to test the waters of the league. Now, like y'all just mentioned, they gonna run it down until they get broke down, and that's the reality of the story. So if that's how you've been making your bread all these years, and you get in the NFL, you're gonna get a chance to do that. But you know what happens when it doesn't translate. They try to change you. Some people, it goes smooth, and then they try to change you anyway for the media hype. But at the same time, man, yeah, man, it's never going away. There's always going to be those one or two guys. Now 3 or 4 guys coming in that have it. Rather they're a starter in the league or end up as a backup and then, have to go play, and play some snaps or come in the league. It's going to be interesting to see, man. Blacks, running backs. It's all athletic now, man. All athletes coming in, man. Everybody spreads the field and let it go.
To this comment, I mean, I see what you're saying. Based on accuracy, but here's the thing. One, he's a physical specimen, whereas DeMarcus Russell was fat and lazy, had a cannon for it all. That was it.
Pretty much.
So that's a big difference. And also, I think there's not enough tape on Richardson. He played for my Gators, and I didn't see enough. The team wasn't good enough around him. It was just weird.
Here we go. Hey, man, fellas. Y'all guys, man, the negotiating period is going to be really hot. Got a lot of things still untangled, you know what I'm saying? Despite what we see today. We ain't seen no fire yet.
Right.
Hopefully you see some fire as it goes in, man. Is Aaron Rodgers gonna,
Who cares? I'm over it. It's not you, but I'm over it, man. I'm done. Like, go do some more mushrooms. I don't even give a shit. Just pick a team. Like,
you going to MetLife?
Probably. Good. Just go full Brett Favre. You want to.
Russell wasn't a fan to the league, but that's why I made the comparison and accuracy.
Yeah.
So before we get to our first break of the night, we did have a big trade already this past weekend. Going into the draft, which is fastly coming upon us. The Bears traded away their number 1 pick.
Huge.
To the Panthers. They gave up multiple first-round picks and DJ Moore and a pair of 2nd-round selections. We all anticipated that it's going to be Richardson. Frank Reich is the coach there now. Do you think they gave him too much?
We anticipate that because of the combine he had and because it happened right after the combine, right? Except Reich's on record as being in love with CJ Stroud. They love him. They love CJ Stroud. So did they move up for Richardson or did they move up so no one else would take Stroud?
That's the thing too, man.
That's the real question. That's the real question.
I'm gonna be real. I don't like it. I don't like it if it's Richardson. I don't like the whole. I like. Okay, Chicago. We went to go get another receiver. And I mean, you got Claypool in the trade too in these I don't like that. I would have liked you to.
Oh, you don't like it from the Bears side?
No, I don't.
Well, oh, that's interesting. That's fascinating.
No, because it doesn't. We talked about this year and doing some things. I just thought they would try to go get more for this year, but I guess not.
I mean, they got a number 1 receiver in DJ Moore.
Yep, they got a number 2 in Claypool.
Or is it?
I think they signed the tackle today from Jacksonville.
I think Mooney. You think Mooney will be the second still, or Claypool? Either way, they got.
They interchangeable, but probably Mooney. I forgot about him.
Yeah. So if you got more Mooney and Claypool, more Mooney, Claypool, and and you still got a pick in the first round, right? They didn't lose a pick in the first round. They just traded.
Got number 9.
They swapped, so they're now at 9. I think if they believe that they're going on like offensive line or D line, I think they can still make moves from that spot.
Yeah, because maybe they had somebody with them trading. Maybe they had somebody else in mind for their top choice.
Yeah,
and didn't want to feel obligated to have to take a quarterback or take a defensive end.
That first pick is a quarterback pick typically. I mean, especially with Jalen Carter getting in trouble. I wonder if they traded it if Jalen Carter didn't get in trouble because they do need a piece in the middle.
But they can still get him probably at pick number 9.
That's what's crazy because now even better point. Maybe they thought, all right, now he's going to fall. We'll just go get him in.
And we picked up number 1 receiver, second round, and another first round.
Yeah. I like the move for the Bears. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure with that number 1 pick.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm feeling like they had too much pressure and they had to. People were like kind of like give it away. That's kind of why I just swing on the frame like I don't like it, man. I don't know. Maybe at the end of the day they'll get what they want, with this packaging, and these guys will exhilarate in DJ Moore and Claypool under the string of Justin Fields, and everything's okay.
The number 1 reason why I do like the trade too is because the Bears, they have a lot to work on.
Yeah.
And you weren't going to fix all that with 1 pick. So now you got multiple picks and a player at a position of need. So that's why I do like it. But on the flip side, where I was coming from was the Panthers side. I think it's weird for them. So, okay, you're going up to get your guy that if it's Richardson or Stroud, what are you putting out on the field for him, though? You're basically pulling what the Bears usually do. You're going to draft a quarterback and give him no team. Because in the last 2 years, you've traded away all your weapons. So I don't really know what the plan is.
Oh, they're saying Carolina's willing to trade the 1 pick. This 1 pick might be Daisy.
They passing that around, huh?
They might be passing this number 1 around.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's trying to flip this pick. I felt that way too before they announced that the news of the Panthers Bears trade. I'm like, dog, this pick is gonna be flipped around. And seems like if that's the case and Carolina wants to switch that, man, who's in line for it, first off? After Johnny Football did what he did, nobody won first pick anymore.
So I'm looking, you know what? The more I look at this, the more I do like it for the Bears.
Yeah.
So they got the number 9 and the 61 pick, as we said.
Yeah.
They've got Carolina's number 1 next year in addition to theirs. They've got Carolina's second round pick in 25 in addition to their own.
All good picks.
And even with the acquisition of the player they signed today, they still have $71 million in cap space.
Yeah. This was a team building trade. Even if they had a guy, honestly, even if they had a guy that was a generational talent up there, I think you still have to make this move because your team needs so much. It needs so much, man. You had to do it.
And it's funny with Moore getting traded there, he is by far their biggest cap hit. Just to put it into perspective,
that's hilarious because his contract is
what
crazy.
They got on there.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, yeah. Okay, Bears. I see you. I'm watching you, Bears. We talked a lot of trash about you this season about how you put quarterbacks out there to die. So Let's see what you do.
Hey, y'all guys starting to believe?
hey, Lions still taking that division.
Oh yeah, I still go with the Lions. Y'all ready for a first break for tonight?
Ooh.
No, I keep over there messing with those people.
You want some too, old man? No.
We're gonna take our first break for the night. We're gonna come back and take a look at the AFC North. So y'all hang in there. We'll be back about 15, 20 seconds. Appreciate you as always.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Brew here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
And we're back.
Like we never
so we'll take a look at the AFC North. And I think we got quite a bit of their fans in here tonight. So they're probably waiting on it. See, we're gonna do their team some justice.
I would not have expected our viewers. We have a heavy AFC North following. That's just funny.
We got a bunch of marks in the AFC North. Marks. All on Fields at this point. Oh, here we go. No,
not yet. He still need a line put around him.
Yeah, but it would appear that this is the year that they're going to start putting it all together. I don't think he's expected to win or do anything special this year, but he has to trend up this year. That team has to trend up or decisions will be made.
Caleb Williams.
Everybody, yeah, that's the thing. That's very much a thing out there.
That's true.
Take it for Caleb.
Quick.
So right off the bat, we're gonna take a look at the Baltimore Ravens.
Shaggy. Oh, my Celtics really losing to the Rockets. I'm sorry. Back to the show.
It's okay, man.
Ridiculous, man. Jamie, what have you done? What have you done to me, Jamie?
So the way that the AFC North shaped out, you had the Bengals winning the division at 12-4, Baltimore making as a wild card at 10-7, Pittsburgh at 9-8, keeping Coach Tomlin's winning record intact, and then you got the Cleveland Browns that came in at 7-10 with what they had going on. So as we stated, we got the Ravens coming in first. So we got 5 sneaky good free agents.
Plot twist. Quick plot twist. Somebody pays them 2 first, goes out and gets Lamar. They flip them first, and they go get Richardson. That'd be crazy, right? But I doubt it. Just
So 5 sneaky good free agents for Baltimore. They say Paris Campbell, and this is according to Clutch Sports. Paris Campbell at wide receiver. Jacoby Myers at wide receiver.
Jesus.
Kazir White, linebacker. Greg Gaines, defensive tackle. And Jonathan Jones, cornerback.
Jonathan Jones already gone.
Yep.
Off the board. My guys made sure that we kept it in-house. I'm surprised about that because we don't always do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Patriots don't really do that.
We don't always do that. We like, but that must mean he's real. That means Bill sees
You gotta keep on. Hold on. Is he gonna change?
To Bill's credit, if this was a wide receiver, I'd be like, oh, he's gonna be a bum now because he don't know what to do with wide receivers. But Bill knows his corners for sure.
That's true.
He knows his corners. So he believes that Jonathan is the real deal. Then I believe him too. Funny that he signed him and not J.C. Jackson, though. Interesting.
He knew why.
The price tag was higher, I'm pretty sure.
And I mean, we'll see J.C. hopefully next year, but I mean, they
not on our team.
You know, what I'm saying, not on the Patriots, but you know what I'm saying. You've seen the stint with the Chargers, dealt with some issues, and some things off the field.
Yeah, he knows the shelf life of corners for sure.
Now, while those are the perceived free agents to take a look at. Now they do have, from a draft perspective, I'm gonna see if Kawan agree with any of this. They got, let me see, where'd it go?
Yeah, I don't think we would have signed JC even if none of that happened. I don't think Bill has like a second sight with corners. He knows when they done.
Of course they are, man. They want to see the price of other people, man. He's getting DeAndre Ayton right now, man. Let's just see if the Ravens match whatever, It's awful.
So the Ravens don't have a first round pick?
Jake has an obsession with Malik Cunningham.
Because it's showing here they got the 23rd overall pick. Is that not correct?
Ravens 23rd overall pick. They should have a first rounder.
Because here they got him with the 23rd pick, taking Quinn Johnston, the wide receiver from TCU.
Oh, wait, to the Ravens?
Yep.
Odd flex to get him now is Lamar's out the door, but sure. He's a 6'4", like big wide out with some speed. He needs some help route running, and the hands are not elite, but
I'm with you now for one. I say they don't have a second. Gotcha.
Going on with you. Jake is the Cincinnati Nick Wright.
That killed me.
I believe 6. I really do. Everyone is looking over him how Corey is still.
Malik Cunningham.
Appreciate that.
Shout out.
Is that Blake?
No,
you know what the problem with Malik Cunningham is, Jake? Is that he's even smaller than Bryce Young. I mean, height-wise, I think he's probably about 6 feet, but he's like 190.
Quentin Johnson,
Appreciate you, Brady. Out of this, Brad. Chick, see who that was.
I'm gonna call Jake Wright.
Now, this one, if they get this guy in the 3rd round, this will be a steal.
Cool.
Will McDonald from Iowa State.
Yeah.
I definitely think that'll be a steal for them. That dude's a stud.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that.
4th round, Darius Rush, cornerback from South Carolina.
I like that pick too. SEC corners, I'll give him a chance.
Yep. So those are the top 3 picks they got from the Ravens. Hey, Corn, do any of those picks do anything for you? You see it happening. You got wide receiver, you got a cornerback, and you got defensive end. Because Campbell's not getting any younger. They need some help on that D-line.
You call me Skip, man. Skip's like one of the top guys in the sport right now. Thank you, man.
Legend.
Give me high hopes. Thank you, Jake. I'll take that over Jake Wright.
Hot take right here though by Kawan. So you don't like Johnson? Think he's a bum? Interesting.
Who'd you take at the number 23 pick if you was calling the shots? We want to hear from you, Adrian Newsome Jr.
Seriously.
And that's no slight.
No.
Campbell got cut already. Okay.
So you can pick him up nice and easy.
Anybody that produce, okay.
Yeah. A little bit of a cop, but I get it.
Deuces.
Numo Spec was good. How you doing, Bree?
We see in the Facebook. Man, go on YouTube, man. If you ain't tapped in here, you know what I'm saying? Tap in
the building.
Book, man. Tap in. Appreciate you.
I love Addison, but do you pick Addison and he ends up being Hollywood 2.0?
No, you pick up Addison and he gives you that real Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Jake, first of all, Bryce is 5'10", not 5'9", and that doesn't make it better, Jake. The fact that he's taller and still weighs less, that's worse. You hurt your case. You didn't help it. As usual. He's a toothpick. If he even really is 6'1", which I think he's like 6 feet, but if he's 6'1", he's 6'1", 190. That is horrible. That's skinny for a receiver. Never mind.
Not trade him down to the second, take Zay Flowers, pick up another second. Addison better, dog. Addison, man.
I love Addison. I love Addison, but yeah. No, I think he's better than he's good. We'll see.
So, Kwan, how do you feel about Will McDonald if you can get him in the third round? I think it's a steal.
I think it's a steal. I think it's a Baltimore. It's a great Baltimore situation, man. Will McDonald, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need more Will McDonald's on your Ravens team, quick, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. Lockett. I was like, Lockett. I'm like, what? Yeah, Lockett. Yeah, Lockett. I can see that. He's a little taller, I think, but yeah, I can see that.
Does he have a Lockett speed?
Bro, Trevor is 6'6", like 2 something. He's got weight to him. 6'1", 190. Even if you're taller, like he's still got some weight behind him. Not 6'1". You always try to make cases that are dead already. Just give it up, Jake. He's 190 at 6'1".
6'6".
No, 6'1".
He's 6'6", 220.
Yeah, like that. Trevor's big. Yeah,
Hold on.
Trevor's a big boy.
That's a big quarterback.
Yeah, what is he talking about?
We seen the college. You watch college football, Jake. You watch college football, so you've seen Trevor in action. How many times have you seen Trevor go down? Yeah.
I said Jake don't like short people.
That's gonna show people like me always killing him in debates.
I also like Keanu Benton.
Look, I'm not saying Malik can't be good. I'm just saying, like, he's nobody's steal at that weight. He's gonna have to make a team and put some weight on it.
That's State Farm. That's what he's drinking, man. Shout out to my guy Jake in the building, man, tonight. He's going to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal.
So who we got? I mean, have we maxed out our Ravens talk?
No, I got one more question. That's
All right.
yes or no from you guys.
Show me.
You have to ask it because it hasn't happened yet. Will Lamar be a Raven at the start of the season?
Oh, it's not looking good. No, I don't. It's not looking good at all. They non-exclusive. Yeah, I think somebody puts up the 2 picks. I think a team that we just talked about, and it's been rumored before, even though they said they were out of it. Dark horse. They need a quarterback still. They didn't fill the slot. Yeah, they're filling up the team with players. They actually have some weapons for them.
They got a tight end. They got a number 1 receiver. They got a running game.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of Jake getting exposed in this chat right now.
It says he will hold out. Shout out to Ed Price, man. You know?
Hashtag Stay Farm Take.
It's wrecked.
Y'all play nice in the sandbox.
I these 2 guys at the cookout.
Jake says, be mad when I'm right. I'm waiting for that day to happen. I'll be here when it does.
I'm saying Lamar going when he's 210 and he's too small. We're saying 192 QBs still. It'd be funny when Jake's right and y'all wrong, dog.
I will rule the day.
Be mad when I'm right. All right, Jake, man, we gonna put you on that, man. You know, take a picture of that. You know what I'm saying? And
I think Jake got to get used to, like, now your takes live in, like, they're recorded now. These aren't just at the truck at work or at the water cooler crazy takes anymore. This shit's recorded now, bro.
You got some time capsules now.
You gotta come back to earth.
Like, Jake, what have you been right about? Xavier this weekend? No. But no, everybody has their good days, their bad days. That's the best thing about this, man. When you have those takes that you're like, damn, you know, they didn't hit right. You know, you bounce back up, man. You know, it is what it is, man. We ain't all perfect in this world. Everybody don't have a perfect take.
No.
A lot of,
by all means, I'm not saying that like he doesn't, he knows his shit and he don't be wrong every time. I'm just saying like he got to come to the grip with the fact.
I
love Pat White too. That's crazy.
Yo, I used to Pat White like that, dog.
I used to love Pat White. I used to go crazy with him in the NCAA game.
His ideal quarterback is Trevor Lawrence. Watch him play. It's Trevor Lawrence.
No, he said Trevor's a toothpick.
It can't be an Ohio State Buckeye. That's your team. I would like to hear that.
Well, next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. I think that's what everybody's kind of waiting on.
No game. Jake's real team. He ain't a Patriot fan. This is his right here. Cincinnati.
Well, y'all on Jay head tonight.
Running tape on Jake with him khakis. Breeze out there. Man, that's funny. That's funny.
So we got.
I don't spin what you say, Jake. I just put it out. I make you realize what you're saying. Like you can't just. You called him a steal. He's 6'1", 190. How's that a steal? He may not even play quarterback in the league.
Hey, it's a good preparation for guys, you know, as play last year, man. Our draft party, man. You know, so you're gonna roll this out coming through. So interesting take by Jake, man. On draft night, if you are correct, Jake, I got you, Jake, with a coffee or one of those nice Arizonas that you like, man. You know what I'm saying? Got you, bro. But nah,
get us some cowboy juice, too.
Huh?
Get us some cowboy juice.
Get some Jerry juice. You know what I'm saying? That was some Jerry juice. The Cincinnati Bengals, man. Last year, really had an up high. You know, as the season, you know, progressed. A team that you know, I kind of threw some aerial shots at. Just from the standpoint of, you know, what I've seen in history of NFL teams. But this team's for real. You know what I'm saying? It's a team that, you know, for
the Cosbys?
He said the what?
The Cosbys?
Yeah, man. I think they could be a team in contention for, you know, a long time. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, Jake, that's always your number one move. You should always play that card first. Just go get Jamie.
What's going on? Go get it. So in all, you know, Cincinnati, you know, a team that, you know, they proved that they're gonna be in the mix for, you know, a few years to come. Now, you know, some of the things they did last year, you know, did come to bite them a bit, you know, but that's the way the game plays, man. You know, you're not gonna be flawless every year. So interesting this year, you know, Jesse Bates, we just mentioned, you know, he's a Falcon now. So coach, man. Any free agents, anything, you know, that the Bengals are trying to cook up, you know, we know.
Well, it's interesting that you say that. So there are 5 sneaky good NFL free agents that the Bengals must sign. One of them is already gone.
Help me.
And Jesse Bates. They got Hayden Hurst. They took a 1-year flyer on him. James Bradbury from Philly. Yannick Inqua. I don't know how you say his last name.
Yeah, Inquani or something from he used to play for Jacksonville, right? I don't think he plays for them anymore.
Yep. But their number 1 free agent target, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from Philly as well.
So y'all just gonna go out there and steal off Philly's corners? I mean, all right, cool. Like, do what you gotta do, man. If they got both of them though, I would like that because they already have some staples in that corner, in that DB room.
That will make a nasty secondary.
Yeah, they got some because I think they're gonna bring in Charlie Garner and put him at safety the same way the Eagles did.
Yep.
And then you got yourself a nice little cornerback room, DB room for sure.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, I like that. And then you got you got the pass rush already.
Is Cheeto gonna come back healthy?
Cheeto? No, I'm kidding. Would you? You said is who coming back healthy?
Cheeto, the cornerback.
Awuzie.
Maybe. But even without him, they still. I like their corners anyway. So.
I like the addition of the if they do get the corners on their list potentially. I like it for them. I feel like they definitely should focus on that defensive side of the field. The offense, as we know, offense they have a lot, so they were dependent on a lot last year. Kind of smooth that down. You know what I'm saying? So you have that turbulence. As the season goes in, man. They have a lot of good when Joe Nixon in the news. I don't know what they too well do with them, but we talked about RB cores earlier. They have a great tandem there. Him and Samaje. I feel like rounding up on the defense definitely helps this team out. Any offensive triggers you need. The offensive line hopefully plays better this year. And much healthier this year to start the season. And just continue.
I actually like Dax Hill. I think he's gonna pan out eventually. And actually, I got a full disclosure. I thought we were talking about the Browns. I skipped over the Bengals. Anyways, yeah. Look, they gotta replace Bates. That's the main thing. That's gonna be big. Replacing Bates. Hopefully, Awuzie get back into form. Mixon. You think Mixon's leaving? Interesting. Huh.
So, looking at their potential mock draft, they've got them taken with the number 28 pick, DeJuan Jones out of Ohio State at tackle.
Okay.
Number 60, round 2, Sam Laporta, tight end from Iowa.
Interesting.
And round 3, at pick number 92, Carl Brooks, defensive lineman from Bowling Green.
Got a Bowling Green man going in the third, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Well, look, they're in a situation now where, like, even when they have holes, they also have Joe Burrow. So he fixes a lot of things.
A lot of L's.
Yeah.
He fixes a lot of the ailments that they may have.
Well, it means you only gotta like plug certain holes instead of like completely patching them and filling them up. You gotta just, I think they're still gonna be in contention. I think they gotta. That defense needs some help though, for sure. Especially like the defense wasn't even elite, and then now you lost Bates. So
right. For them, just to take a sneak peek, they got them taking Dwayne McBride, running back from UAB, at number 4. Round 4, 131. Round 5 at 165. Mekhi Blackman, cornerback from USC. And round 6, number 206, Ronnie Bell, wide receiver from Michigan.
Brady shots. Good. I'm glad Brady's gone. I just wish he would have took Mac with him.
You wish you took who with him?
Mac.
Mac gonna be there for a little bit.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be there for exactly this year and next year, and then they're not gonna resign him.
It's a cookout.
Got my hotspot message.
No, I'm serious. Take Mac. Get him out of here. There was no joke at all.
Can't take him out of here. Cincinnati, man. Man, I gotta take on these guys, man. I don't think my take last year was kind of spot on. We seen the indifferences. You know what I'm saying, and that's okay. This year, it's a question. I'm gonna say this. Will we see it? A digression and Joe Burrow.
Why? No,
We'll
there
see
should be
that
no.
rest.
You mean he's not gonna regress? No, for no reason. There's no reason. He's
No
still
regression this year.
No.
I agree, guys. No regression. I'm just asking the question, guys. You know what I'm saying? Something we just had to ask, to make the people like, there's two quarterbacks. So, no, I don't think Joe Burrow is going to have anything to do with anything that the Bengals do wrong. Like y'all said, the holes are filled. If they fill those holes and keep them fluid, Joe can lead you at least to somewhat of a promise. Can lead you to the final seconds of the game where it's decided, probably not on him, but, he's going to make sure, you and try to enjoy yourselves. Bengal mania over here, man. Cincinnati went from brown paper bags to taking them off and showing their faces proudly, man. So I'm happy that we do have some great NFC North fans in here. AFC. I keep saying NFC. We talked about the NFC last week. Maybe the NFC North is better than the AFC North. Maybe the Bears are going to be better than all these teams. I don't know.
The Norris division. All right, so are we done with the Bengals, or do we have any more going on? Or
I think that's pretty much it for the Bengals.
that wraps it up. All right, so moving on to the
Bengals is worth $8 million. He's definitely worth $8 million.
Is he? We'll see. Moving on to the Cleveland Cosbys.
Pudding.
The Jello puddings.
Yeah, man. Browns, man. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns. Shout out to them on, giving Deshaun Watson all that paper cheese. You know what I'm saying? And waiting on him to, come back from suspension. 7-10 year. Things didn't go. I can't say go out of plan because they kind of planned this, to happen, and it happened. But shout out to Jacoby Brissett for holding the team up, you know what I'm saying, to a point. I actually thought they would smell somewhat of, probably not playoffs, but, I feel like they were heavy in contention when they would have Brissett there. Took some time for Watson to come about. Hopefully this season, the new season, you got the power guy and Nick Chubb. We know Kareem Hunt doesn't want to be there, but we'll see what happens with that. Amari Cooper, hey, he was a Dallas Cowboy, and he went to Cleveland, and he was in all the
still delivering.
Target there. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and put in the numbers. What triggered me last year is I thought the defense would be a bit better, and I feel like the defense digressed a little bit for what they had, especially up top in the corners and in that box, corners and safeties, and that kind of triggered me. Do you guys have any faith in Cleveland turning it around somehow? With a full year for Sean?
If they do this, I like it. They got to put Chubb on the block. Get out in front of it. Sell high while he's still good. Get some picks, some assets, or whatever, and move forward. Their running game is always going to be good. Cleveland tends to be one of those teams that can always run the ball. Just go get some other backs.
Oh, if Hunt's a free agent, then that's cool, and I didn't know that. But he was shopped. He was trying to get shopped at one point last year.
Yeah, Hunt's been one out of there forever. But
there'll be a team that probably uses his services. He's not a bad back. So, situations get you to where you're at, and Kareem Hunt, as a person, has to accept whatever comes to him after this point.
Well, I think now he's a free agent. He gets to pick where he wants to go. He'll pick somewhere where he can start. Probably because he wanted to start. That was his problem. So who we got for? Let me see. All right. Who do they got for them picking?
Sneaky five.
All right, so in terms of the sneaky five for free agents, we got wide receiver Zach Pascal. We got of course I get this name. Sion Takitaki. My man Taki. Wide receiver Alan Lazard. So, wow, they're going heavy on the wide out. They're saying that they need to put somebody next to Amari Cooper. Number 2, edge runner Did you give me control because you read these names ahead of time? Is that what happened?
What was that?
I said, Coach, did you give me control because you saw the names that I had to read now? Like, because we're gonna talk about that backstage. I'm just saying. Set me up. Number 2 is Ed Rusher. Agbonia, Okorono. Wait, Okoronkwo. Jeez, Okoronkwo. Man. And the tackle, Sean Robinson.
Oh, hey, Sean Robinson, man. Hey, difficult. That's pretty much, man. I just feel like they need to boost. They need to boost a lot of things on that team, but more on the defensive side. Like I said, the defense didn't penetrate as well as they did the year before. What would be interesting to see for me is they're potentially going to have to give something up to give back in the mix because, Deshaun was a lot of money and a lot of trade bait. So can they stay respectful? Can they stay respectful? And when they don't end up being respectful or good enough, what do they do at that time? Do they just start exploring everything? Do they do pit Chubb on the block? You know what I'm saying? And try to see what they can get for Chubb back. How does that work? Is Amari still going to extend as a wide receiver over there? Was that year just like, damn, Jerry, you should never let that guy go. That guy could have been pivotal.
We knew what Amari was. He just didn't want to be that for Dallas anymore. He can still play. I think it'll be interesting if they go out and get Lazard as a big wideout. It's a big target for Watson. But I agree with two. They got to go. That's why their top 2 picks are defense, the edge rusher and the defensive tackle.
They got all the wide receivers, dog. Who they going to give up?
So, in terms of what the Browns might do in their mock draft, let me see what they got. Seems like they ain't got nothing.
Deshaun Watson took it all. Deshaun Watson took that all, man.
I don't know how many picks they got, but they got who they got there. Let me see.
Say they got what? Derek Hall in the 2nd round.
Okay, I didn't even
from Auburn. And then Keandre Coburn in the 3rd round.
Okay.
Defensive tackle from Texas Tech.
And they don't have They don't have a first rounder, correct, because of the Watson deal.
The Watson trade, yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to do stuff through free agency. It's gonna be slim pickings for them in the draft.
Do we even have any Browns fans in here tonight? I don't think so. I only know 2 Brown fans I've ever met in my life. They both from the same family.
No, I do not know any Browns fans at all.
Not a one.
Don't know any Browns fans. Don't know any dogs. Don't know any dogs fans. But like Will said, need to trigger on try to go get a second a valuable second receiver. Somebody that can, definitely help Amari out. More success to them. Edge up on those edge ends. We'll see how much big man. We'll see how much big man got left in the tank. Over there, but yeah, you gotta fix that stuff up, man. You paid a lot of money to go get Deshaun Watson, and I think that you should predicate it on him this year. Which may be a shot at Chubb. Chubb will always be in the offense, but you got to see what Deshaun Watson can do, spending all that money on him. LOL, that call dude said at least a few months ago, go on somewhere, shooting shots, it's something you're good at. So Thomas Caper. No response.
I mean, in-house, it's already noticed. So we're just going to carry on. Y'all play nights in the chat, you two. These two have been at each other for like 3 weeks now. For like 2 weeks. Ever since that whole spat, they haven't stopped.
Draft night's going to be epic.
Yes, it is. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
All right, so are we done with the Bum Browns?
Yes,
No, we ain't done with the Bum Browns. I got a question, man, before we get out of here.
Imagine having one more question about the Browns. Go.
How much Jello would Deshaun Watson?
We're out of here.
This season.
Commercial break. And last but not least, in the AFC North, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. You all need hugs. Meet up and hug.
The steel curtain. Do. Shout out to the steel curtain. Shout out to Pittsburgh. But they have another season this year. Shout out to Mike Tomlin, man. Shout out to the guys that said he was going to get fired after this year. You know what I'm saying? Permanent predicting the demise. No demise here, man. Forever coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers until he don't want to be there no more. Michael Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? All those guys, despite all that, man, dealt with a haste of Mitchell Trubisky last year with a rookie QB. Shout out to Mr. Pickett. Hopefully he gets a little jump this year.
Imagine Mitch Trubisky and yourself.
Also receivers. Oh, I would win. I'll be Pickett. Well, the Najee Harris project, you know, seems to still be trending well, but I feel like the offensive line is something that they would need to fix up this coming season to keep him on a trajectory to go up. They have monster receivers, so hopefully another year from Pickett, you know what I'm saying, will edge them guys up. We've seen a few things happen with wide receivers and Trubisky last year, you know what I'm saying? Got his hands on at one point for not being QB as he could be. The defense always seems to be there, but there was a lot of knickknacks on the injury side last year. Cuz stay well this year. Hopefully you do miss some pivotal games this year. Other than that, this typical Pittsburgh pride, typical Pittsburgh football, I felt like came last year where you knew you was going to struggle, you don't have a year to struggle, and you just played football, man. And sometimes that overcomes anything that, you know, people say or go on the news and say about you, you know? Hey, man, there's always respect over here, man, all day. That's how you're supposed to do it, man. You talk, and then you find a happy meaning, man. You know, you don't go on afterwards and want to, you know, cry and all that stuff, man. Live on. Shout out to you guys, man. Makes the show interesting and all that, man. As long as you guys don't go all out of bounds, we'll let you know when you go out of bounds. We good. I started reading the dictionary during my cleansing, you know what I'm saying? I haven't had my phone, so I've been in rehab. So, yes.
Who knew? When he can't bet, he reads.
I read, yes. I read. Actually, shout out to Bill Simmons' book of basketball, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't read it, it's the last version that was made. It's actually something that I want y'all to read too. So I might have to send you guys it based on your addresses. I might have to send it to you and then you. I want y'all to read it because it's very interesting. But the Steelers, man, I know they got some targets that they want.
Yeah.
And what they want, sometimes they get. Let's find that. So
the list says they need to go after Joshua Dobbs, because Trubisky didn't work and they got to have a nice backup for Pickett in case he doesn't.
Shout out to Dobbs, man. I always thought this man was a QB in the league. I always wanted him to be like a start. Like,
would you take him over Dak?
No, bull.
He's the same guy.
I wouldn't be mad if he was the backup for our team and hopefully good, you know. But him over that, I don't think I would. This is an injury situation. You have to take him, but I'll be scary, man, for anybody to take Dak's spot right now to be the backup. And we just see what Cooper Rush did and caused some traction. There's a pin in any other QB.
Jonathan Jones.
Who did he sign with today? He signed back with the Pats, and Cameron Sutton signed elsewhere too. So their play actually ended up being Patrick Peterson, the aging vet.
Gotcha.
Then they said they should probably pick up Kelvin Beachum. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that moves the needle, but they definitely could use them. Second, they said Yannick Ngakoue.
Okay.
I think that'll be a solid pickup for them. But
right.
number one, they said they need a big defensive tackle in Puna Ford. I like that pick.
I do too.
I like that. They can get that for them. That's good for them. Get some bigs up the middle. Marcus. Yeah, maybe. But we ain't on the Patriots today. It ain't the Patriots day, Jake. You already got one of your teams in today, Jake.
One of his teams.
Let's go here for Jake, just real quick. John Smith was traded, I believe, today.
Yeah, they got rid of him.
Yeah,
Atlanta picked up. We freed up like $4 million cap space this year.
Hold on. John Smith went to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I believe so.
I like that.
Why? He sucked here.
I like that. I said that last week. I think I said that a couple weeks. I said, yo, they should the double tight end set. I said that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to keep my guy.
Keep your guy
healthy. Yeah. Keep him healthy. Look, it don't matter who they got. They got no quarterback, so they got digression. Hey, Google, what is digression? I'm so fooling right now. Yeah, he got traded for Skittles, but the real reason that trade is worth it is because we got the cap off the books. They ate a lot of the cap for us, so by all means, bring on the pack of Skittles. Because
Donald got traded for a pack of Skittles. I mean, I guess they couldn't figure it out in New England. I thought at times when they went to that crispy two tight end set, it did them wonders. It got them the ball, down the field, in a lot of critical games for Mac. So we'll see what they do in that regard. Always been a famous tradition in New England to have that tight end.
Yeah, that nice tight end spot. Yeah.
Maybe they're looking at somebody in the draft.
Oh, we for sure are, especially after we failed twice with the last two tight ends we drafted.
Night, guys. Good night. Take care. Take care, Bree. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Bree.
Thank you.
Showed up tonight. Showed up with some jokes too. She was funny.
Ben DiNucci ready to take that spot, man. At this point, man, I guess everybody's ready to take that spot, man. Damn, man. What it is to have a bad year, man. Damn. Anybody having a bad year in sports, man, just look here. Because we going downgrade you. We gonna make you look like your career's over. You know what I'm saying? So Dak, pick it up. Pick it up. But nah, man. We back to Cleveland, man. Cleveland.
No, we already moved past them. We are the Steelers.
Oh, sorry. Why we Cleveland Browns? Sorry.
I did the same thing earlier.
We're looking at the draft prospects for them.
Now we on the draft.
Let's see what Tomlin and the Chiefs, man, go get for another year's success and win the season.
So first round, they got him taking offensive tackle Peter Skoronski. I like that pick. He's one of the better offensive linemen in this draft. It's possible he's the best. I'm not sure. He's one of them. Shore up that line. I mean, look, if you draft a quarterback like you did last year, you got to protect them, right?
Right.
That and they need help. Like protect Najee too. Otherwise, you've wasted 2 picks in a row. Like high picks. So give Najee some help in the running game by adding to that line and protect your quarterback. I think this is a good guy for it. He did well at the combine, pretty athletic, so that's what they need. Second round, they got to take an edge rusher, Nolan Smith from Georgia. If they get him in the second round, I like that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them. Of course, like we talked about, they always have a decent defense, but they definitely need edge rushing for sure.
Peterson.
Hayward's getting older. Who else is on that line? I can't remember.
You know my man.
Second. So they got another second round pick. Cornerback Emmanuel Forbes out of Mississippi State. Blistering 40, huh? I didn't even see his 40 time, but yeah, they gotta get corner because they just, like I said, they lost and they signed Patrick Peterson, but you got to get some more youth out there. Third round, they got him
long in it too.
Yeah. Third round, they got him going defensive tackle Keanu Benton out of Wisconsin. You'll never get me arguing when you beefing up either side of the line. It's always necessary. See how that plays out.
Forbes ran a 4.35 40.
Yeah, that's fast. That is fast.
Steelers need a middle linebacker. They need a mic.
Bobby Wagner out there.
Wagner with the Steelers?
He's a free agent.
Oh, out there as in the ether, as it can be signed. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of people thought he was done, but he was second team All Pro last year.
Shout out to Curtis, man. Shout out to you, man. We had said you got the edge rushers in TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, sorry.
Yeah, they got Watt, yeah. Highsmith too. But yeah, they gotta get Watt some help. They definitely need to get Watt some more help.
They actually, I'm looking at even though they got to put it in the 7th round, but taking Max Duggan out of TCU.
That's another quarterback. That's interesting.
I mean, it's not bad. You know, keep one under the wing.
That'd be that seems like a weird pick. Like you got Pickett, you probably resigning Dobbs.
Yeah, but you know, in this league, man, anything can happen at any time, man. So you kind of pressured to go.
At San Francisco.
Yeah, can never have enough QBs, I guess.
Yeah, as I'm saying, like it's not a bad pickup if you can go get them, and you know, a guy that can sit on the wing.
Especially 7th round. Like who cares the 7th round if you got it?
Right.
Yeah, definitely. And that's all the big draft picks for him.
Hurt him this year. Mm-hmm.
Real quick, couple of updates since we've been on tonight. We got the Bears added Titans DeMarcus Walker to a 2-year deal.
Okay.
Hayden Ellis, former Saints, signed with the Falcons on a 3-year deal.
Yeah, he knew he was time to go that season.
Saints clear the decks.
They got to, but you know, when the last summer they was out, Mickey Loomis is great, this and that. You can't keep kicking the can down the street. You got to pay sooner or later.
Yeah, you got to pay the piper. They've been booting that can too for some years now.
They have. Then we got Marcus Davenport from the Saints, signed with the Vikings on a 1-year deal.
Let the Saints keep marching in. When the Saints go march, yeah, they're kicking those dudes down, man.
Yeah.
Derek Carr, though, you got Derek Carr. He's gonna save you.
Saints need to sell high on Thomas and Kamara.
And Taysom Hill.
49ers signed Sam Darnold.
Okay, then. Hey, Sam Darnold about to get his chance in San Francisco.
That's crazy.
He about to get his chance in San. He go back to the. Okay, then.
Imagine that, huh?
Going back to the crib. Well, not to the crib, but you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, hey.
No, he went to USC, so he's in California.
He get to be a contingent for something, Sam.
He's going back to Cali.
Cali.
Shout out to
Bears signed Tremaine Edmonds from Buffalo. And Austin Eckler has asked for a trade.
Oh, you know what's
that
crazy?
Was weird. I saw that.
That's
also that's cap. That's cap right there, Quan. No, Darnold's not that bad. Darnold put in a shit situation.
And this seems like this ain't fair. Hargrave to the 49ers.
Yeah, I don't even know. How did they even get money for that? That's
4
a huge deal,
$84 million deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a huge deal. Where did they even get the money for that?
Well, you got to think they got no big money quarterbacks. Jimmy G just came off the books.
Oh, that's true.
Right, and Sam Darnold about to play for them this year. Sam Darnold about to actually play for the 49ers this year. Look at that.
He's about to start
Sam Darnold's going to be the starter. Sam Darnold about to be the starter for the. No, he's not. Trey Lance.
It's going to be Trey Lance until he doesn't stay alive.
Oh, that's crazy, dog. Oh.
But that's just some of the stuff on the legal tampering first day of free agency, and Mike White going to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I saw that. Mike White, Mike White,
the Jets QB.
A solid insurance policy.
Hold on. Yeah. The dude that was backing up, homie Wilson.
Yeah, but he was pretty good. He just got hurt. He was pretty good. He got hurt though.
He went to Miami.
Yeah.
So no. So everybody paying attention to this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
They
Why
get-
San Fran got the money too? They lost their right tackle.
McGlinchey,
He's going
right?
to Denver.
Denver. Yeah, Denver got McGlinchey and Powers.
and then
5 years, 87.5 with 50
Yeah.
mil guaranteed.
And then spent another big contract on Powers.
Man,
Yeah, they booked the lineup.
Yeah, that means this
No.
Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes may be going somewhat into
That's
MetLife.
that's the no excuse Russell season now. He got no excuse now moving forward.
Gaslight anything. Aaron Rodgers is about to be a Jet. They got rid of the guy. They got rid of the Mike White kid. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of him.
Well, they was never gonna sign him again.
Aaron Rodgers is going to New York, man.
Probably.
who got shout outs tonight?
Man, shout out to everybody who joined, chatted. Jake and Kwon keeping the chat lit, going at it. Play nice, fellas. I'm glad y'all did. Shout out to the brand. Shout out to you fellas, man.
Well, shout out to both you guys. I appreciate y'all holding the fort down tonight.
Of course,
if I miss anybody on the shout outs, my bad. Shout out to Bobby, Jonathan, Dale, Anthony, Bree, Curtis. I think I might have forgotten somebody in there, but if I did, my apologies. But salute to everybody that tapped in with us tonight.
Jake,
Jamie.
I want to get shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody coming through, newcomers coming through. Tonight was man, before the show, very difficult. I thought, I usually don't look through notes on my computer. I usually do the show on my computer. I usually look at notes through my phone. I don't have a phone right now, it's croaked. But tomorrow I have one, back to regular stream programming, and we'll be all right. But shout out to you guys for keeping me on the up. Not having no notes or anything is very hard. But you know what I'm saying? When we do. You know what I'm saying? All triggers into a good mindset, good conversation, and for me to, get on that path of having things, discuss and talk about. So shout out to you guys. Hope you have a good night. Monday night, relaxing, get your tournament, brackets, completed, and do y'all thing, man.
So we will be here tomorrow with the chickity chop up. You know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow, man, the chop up, we bring, interesting topics to the table. We laugh, we discuss, may cry, if you do, just turn your cam off. But in all, man, yeah, man, just keep, liking, subscribing, man, and tuning into, the big brand, as we continue to roll through this wave, man. Everybody's time is going forward now, so a lot more daylight. So, spend some of that daylight with your guys. You heard?
Appreciate y'all.
Y'all be good now.
I said peace.